Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So today we're going to return to another discussion about the design of female video game characters, because recently we've seen a very concerning set of statements coming from Microsoft directing their developers to avoid making female video game characters with curvy aesthetics. Now, this is something that is concerning because that's not something that gamers want to see, and people have been praising more curvy and attractive female character designs like that of Eve from the upcoming release of Stellar Blade. However,
all the characters in Stellar Blade are beautiful. What do you guys think? Chat, Stellar Blade waifu. What say you? Stellar Blade, you say? Time for some research? I see, chat. Okay. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. We might need to do some research firsthand in order to make sure it's okay. Pretty girls, you say? I will have to research this extensively.
Speaking of very attractive and quite nearly irresistible designs, guys, it's time to check out my new official Rev Fumo that is live the minute this video has been released. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, just in time for Easter, here is my limited edition Rev Bunny Fumo. As with any makeshift campaign, this is a limited time offer, and you can see the beautiful prototype that I received on full display right here, looking smug with the bunny ears. A great combo as always. And with makeshift, you know the quality is top of the line. You guys went absolutely insane when I released my first official Fumo back last year.
Cute.
And here is another chance to either get a new Rev Fumo or to add to the
really
Rev Fumoverse with
lens.
this new bunny themed version. This will be available, like I said, for a few weeks. I will put a link to this in the pinned comment, so make sure to check this out before it is gone. Now, returning to the topic for today. So recently there's been a lot of discussion about female character types in terms of their design, and a lot of people have been praising Stellar Blade because they are featuring what a lot of gamers want, and that is an attractive female main protagonist. And
I don't see anything wrong with attractive girl in video game. I'm not even like, I'm a straight girl, and I still would rather play as like the very, very overly unrealistically attractive like anime girl. That's who I like to play in my fantasy games, because I don't like need it to like, I don't need it to be a representation of reality to enjoy it. That's why it's entertainment. You know what I mean? Like, I actually have the opposite problem where like, if I want to play a game and it's like too realistic, I'm like, why? Like, I don't like playing The Sims even, for example, because I'm like, this is literally just like mundane life simulator. You see what I'm saying? Like, the more things are like too realistic in games, the more I feel less entertained. I want to see things that could never happen. I want to fly. I want to like fight with, you know, a gut sword that's twice the size of my body that I can never wield in real life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. I don't know why they want ugly women. If it's representation, isn't that insulting to women? I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think they should just stop trying to compare anything to real world things. They should stop having like an agenda with it, because the whole point is that you're just entertained. Like, you know you're being entertained. You know it's not meant to be reality. You know what I mean?
And the developers and the directors from Shift Up, the studio responsible for Stellar Blade, have been unapologetic about their focus on the attractiveness of this character and also fan service shots of this character. They want to create something that gamers want to see, something that is beautiful. Now, of course, Brutus here gives us a very helpful walk into today's main topic. Which way, Western man? Do you want to go with the attractive design of characters like Eve from Stellar Blade, or do you want this disturbing new standard that apparently is going to be more of the mainstream moving forward? Now, what is this standard? Well, let's check.
Okay, ready, guys? Boo! Microsoft, boo! I'm gonna throw tomatoes. Give me some tomatoes, I'm gonna throw them. Also, yeah, I was gonna say, is it the Stellar Blade character based on a real girl?
Check it out. It is covered in this tweet stating, Microsoft urges developers not to create female characters with exaggerated body proportions. On their official site to support game devs, site is titled as Product Inclusion Action Help Customers Feel Seen. Holy moly, that sounds like something that would be a conference at the latest game developers convention that was hosted in California
Guys, isn't she one of the people isn't she a gamer? What if this girl that was the basis of this character, what if she's a gamer? Chat, what if she's a gamer? Doesn't that mean that we would be making her not feel seen if we took her out of the game, right? By their logic, if this girl's a gamer, then they can't get rid of her. Cause then they wouldn't be being very inclusive. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Last week. This is the epitome of woke. This is game developers and their bosses basically telling you that these character designs like Eve and the real life woman she's based on are something that is exaggerated and unrealistic and something that should not be shared with gamers. This is absolutely outrageous and something that is made to solely impress woke developers and their bosses, not gamers who actually appreciate designs like Eve. Now, of course, we're talking about Microsoft, who
I appreciate unrealistic waifu with unrealistic proportions because I don't want my video games to look like real life, or I would just go touch grass. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not touching grass, you're doing good at your video game. If I'm not touching grass, the game is good.
Only a few weeks ago on their official Xbox account was hounding after sexualized male character designs. However, we've seen this policy in action from Microsoft over the years, at least in regards to female video game character designs. We've seen how Cortana has been changed over the ages from a more curvy design to what we see here from the latest release in 2021. Now, moving forward, seeing how Cortana has been changed.
I didn't even see 2015 and 2021 Cortana. Bro, 2012 Cortana was peak. I don't know why they had to go and change it. Just leave it alone, okay? If it's not broke, don't fix it. 2012, like, my goodness.
Now, moving forward, Niche Gamer would make an article capturing this entire situation, stating Microsoft cautions developers to avoid curvy female video game characters. Story below. Now, if we check out the article, it says this. The site titled as Product Inclusion Action, Help Customers Feel Seen, includes a bullet list of considerations they urge developers to make when working on their products. One Twitter user pointed out the language expressly condemning certain female characters as reinforcing negative gender stereotypes. Now let's see that tweet in question. It says this. This is from Microsoft's new Gaming for Everyone production inclusion framework. This is the...
So do they want like an ugly slider, or they could just toggle on ugly mode? But they have to go in the settings to do that, because I don't want that option. Also, I'm just kidding. I know it would be bad to give them any, like, people who are like this, you wouldn't want to give them any type of leeway at all, but...
Song that doesn't end. It's been like 10 years, and they're still complaining about video game boobs. You can see this actual quote saying, "Are you reinforcing any negative gender stereotypes?" Here's the bullet points. "Are you unnecessarily introducing gender and gender barriers into your code or design? Are you creating playable female characters that are equal in skill and ability to their male peers?" And highlighted, are your female characters equipped with clothing and armor that fits their tasks? Do they have
all right, you know, I'm okay with equality, chat. If they want to make male bikini armor, you know, maybe somebody should let them know they should make it equal. You know, if they really want to go for equality. Anyways.
Exaggerated body proportions. And going forward, when the story allows, do you show male characters who display a full range of emotions, including joy, sadness, and vulnerability?
Do we have PP physics for the guys when they walk around? I feel like it's not equal if girls get the, you know... I feel like maybe they're not feeling heard because we don't have any PP physics, okay? We only have boob physics. I feel like we need to be equal. Yeah, we need to have the shirtless, like, male, like, pec physics. Yeah, we need to give them the ability to flop around like a helicopter. Honestly, I feel like it doesn't even matter who you are. That would be entertaining. It's like me when I see, like, When I have a girl character that's got huge boobs, like, I don't have to be attracted to be entertained by, like, jumping up and down repeatedly with the character, like, whoa, look at him go! I feel like jiggle physics need to be present in both genders. This is the equality that I want to fight for, chat.
Now, of course, we see the most important section about this exaggerated body proportions. Now, here is a slow-mo provided of Eve from Stellar Blade. Now, would they consider this to be exaggerated body proportions? Likely based on the design of this character and the kind of woke terminology that they're using at Microsoft.
I'm confused. Okay, the only part I don't understand is which part of her is clothes and which part of her isn't. I'm guessing this is a bodysuit, like the whole thing, even though her face skin is like the same color. Only because I can't see her nopples. That's the only way I can deduce that, because I thought she was buck nude. I think she's naked. Then where are her nopples? Chat, she's missing something. I would agree with you, but she's missing certain components. I think it's a bodysuit, okay? Unless she's like an android, I don't know. I don't think she's a human. Alright. I guess this is the biggest debate of the video, really, is like, is this bodysuit or is this... She's smooth-boobed. Her boobs! They are bald! Her boob, they are bald! Is this bodysuit or is this flesh? Because if flesh, the boob are bald.
It probably does fall under these exaggerated body proportions. However, as most of you are probably already aware since we've covered it on this channel, the design of Eve is based on a real-life Korean model. They made a 3D scan of this model. So quite literally, it is a realistic body type. And they'll probably label something like that as unrealistic, because that's the way people like Microsoft are.
Guys, this girl is a threat to all of Microsoft. Imagine holding that much power. It's like an unstoppable force.
It is a realistic body type.
And she's real.
And they'll probably label something like that as unrealistic, because that's the way people like Microsoft are. Now, moving forward, we've seen some other examples of companies like Pokemon Go doing some ESG-approved moves as they have added more options for characters like this. So let's read this tweet.
What?
Pokemon Go company is ESG-approved. 2024 changes. Change the viscerocranium of the female. Remove chest, modify hip, expand chin, broaden their shoulders, delete makeup. The industry has been pushing androgyny, specifically oriented to male features for years. They hate women. So here's the before and after, of course, making this character much more boxy looking and really just kind of bland looking. And this is real. It's a part of their testing app, and changes will depend on feedback from social media. It's not made up, and depending on your location, you might see these options or not. Now, that is very curious. It's very odd and really eyebrow-raising to people like me when these changes are being only introduced to certain regions. Now, is it better than a global release like we've seen with other changes in censorship? Maybe, but it's also very nefarious that they are just picking and choosing regions to apply these changes to without even fully disclosing where these regions are. But moving forward, if you look at the actual website that Microsoft is promoting, you can see some of these quotes on here that are very, very odd. So they say this right here. 80% of media consumed by the world is created in the United States, and yet most media, including video games, doesn't contain characters and content that align to that broad consumer. And you can see some...
I'm so confused at this. Like, where are they getting these stats? What research? From where? Out of their booty hole? You know what, chat? Trust me. I'm an expert. I've played curvy women in games since forever, so I'm a that makes me a curvy woman connoisseur. So I'm an expert. I've talked to the gamers, and at least 69% of them, you know, don't mind. Trust.
Statistics that they cite down here. 50% of players in the broader gaming market didn't play certain games because the games weren't made for them. Over half of the global gaming market. 53% of developers felt diversity in storytelling should be a priority, and it was ranked as the third most important factor in industry growth. 41% of retail consumers have shifted 10% or more of their business away from brands that do not reflect their own value in diversity and inclusion. Now, that's very odd because we know that a lot of very successful games have not relied on the race of the character even being relevant. Think about Halo, for example, okay? Let's talk about Xbox-related games. The reason Master Chief was so beloved for many, many years was because nobody knew the identity of Master Chief. Everybody related to the character because that character could be anyone. It could be them. It could be someone else.
True, yeah.
It could be this skin, this type of skin, or whatever. It didn't matter because it was Master Chief. You believed in the character. And despite what the Paramount Plus show might do by revealing the identity of Master Chief, that's one of the reasons why that character was so beloved and so popular for so many years. And I don't really believe a lot of these statistics, and really, that's fair to say because a lot of these studies right here that are used as references have been openly memed on and criticized for many years. And that's pointed out in this.
I'm glad they have been, because it's like that's the dumbest conclusion you can make from this study. Like, and I feel like these statistics are baloney too. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, oh boy, like this is such a stretch. Regardless of whether the stats are true or whatever, it's just like, this is such a stretch, my goodness.
Thread right here. So based on some of the statistics shared in those studies, as this user points out, this study, if the numbers are correct, would mean that 20 million gamers have been swatted as results of X, Y, or Z. Basically the toxic gaming culture.
Oh.
That doesn't seem to add up. Yeah, there's some very
right.
extreme circumstances like that happening. But really 20 million gamers have had this happen. I don't really believe that. It makes me question a lot of these statistics and studies that they're citing at Microsoft. But moving forward, we see some very positive things. This is a actual clip involving the Shift Up director here. So you can see this is an interview asking them basically what their goal is as developers. What are they trying to create with their games and what is most important to them? And this will give you some faith in an industry that is definitely going backwards.
Let's go. Let's hear what they have to say.
새것, 재해석. 그러니까 답습하지 않겠다는 거고 양산형이 되지 않겠다는 거잖아요. 그 마인드 자체로도 되게 희망적으로 들립니다. 자, 김용태 대표님에게 게임이란 무엇인가요?
저한테 게임은
Gaming is everything.
모든
Gaming
것.
is love. Gaming is life.
저는 게임을
I have
만드는
no other
거에
hobbies than
취미가
making
없습니다.
games. He's on that grind set.
게임 개발 덕후다.
예. 그래서 게임을 하는 것보다도
It's more fun to
만드는
make
것에
games
더
than play games.
재미를 느끼고 있고요. 그래서 제 인생의
It's everything
모든
in my
것이기
life. I
때문에
can't take it lightly.
허투루 할 수 없는 그런 것이 바로 저한테는 게임이지 않나 싶습니다. 가장 즐거운 순간이죠.
즐거운 순간.
게임 개발.
That's so sweet. I'm going to
모든
pour
걸
everything into
쏟아붓죠.
Stellar Blade. Aw. Yeah! There's a lot of passion.
So I don't think it's very
can feel
surprising
it.
that the product they are
tell.
working on at Shift Up, Stellar Blade, is a product that is reflecting some very good intentions
It's
behind the
based,
directors
and it has butts.
creating it. It is something very positive. There is a reason why people are so excited for Stellar Blade.
Based
It
with
is
butt
providing
cheeks.
content that gamers want that reflects the wants of the directors and developers, and this is a cohesion of those wants and needs, and it's exploding in popularity. It shouldn't be that surprising. It's a simple formula. Give gamers what they want and be passionate about providing those needs. And that's exactly
Step
what
1.
Shift Up is doing.
Pretty waifu. Step 2. Profit.
And that's why so many people are excited about this upcoming release. But of course, this whole situation is very odd. To see the standard of avoiding curvy female characters by Microsoft is concerning, to say the least, and something that is reflective of a lot of issues going on in the gaming industry. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time.
They will not win, Chad. We will have curvy waifu for life. Curvy waifu for life. Pretty girl and game good, okay? Mua, 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 mua.